have talked a lot today about what makes a house a home, but for some folks, that need is much more basic. It's simply putting food on the table. Here at the Food Bank of Iowa, they are working every day to make sure people and families have exactly what they need. Joining me today is the CEO, Tammy Nielsen, here at the Food Bank of Iowa, to help us understand Iowa's need a little bit better. Tammy, thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thanks for coming.
Tell me, I know that food insecurity in Iowa is on the rise. What's contributing to that?
Well, we've seen a steady increase in food insecurity really since April of 2022, when those federal safety nets reverted back to pre-pandemic distributions. And so what that meant was a lot of folks really needed the charitable food system. So we've seen that steady rise. And then, you couple that with inflation and the cost of food, which we've all seen at the grocery store ourselves. And so added that to where the government closure, is currently, and those allocation of SNAP benefits not going out for the month of November. It's just really one of those perfect storms where a lot of folks are using the charitable food system for the very first time.
How are you seeing demand in Iowa change?
Well, it's in some cases doubling in our pantry partners. We have 700 partners across our 55 county service area, and we're seeing our orders just increase at such a level that we've never seen them this high. We have our team working overtime to pull those orders. Our trucks are bursting at the seam. We've had to hire an additional driver. We just are working like crazy to meet that need. But, the levels of need are just increasing at such a level that it's something we've never seen before.
I am so glad that you mentioned your partners because your network is massive, serving 55 counties here in Iowa.
Yes.
How do you organize all of that and make it happen to reach every corner of the state?
Well, we have those 55 counties that we're responsible for. There are 5 other Feeding America food banks responsible for those other 44 counties. But we have our 55 county service area divided into 5 different regions. And so we operate on a delivery schedule that follows those regional, divisions as well. And so we have pantry partners, school pantries, mobile pantries, backpack programs, residential facilities, daycares. We serve all number of nonprofits that just really need help with food.
Well, you raised another interesting point that some folks may not understand. What is actually the difference between a food bank and a food pantry?
And so what you're looking at here is a food bank, obviously. We're a huge distribution center, racking clear to the ceiling, and so more of like a wholesaler, if you're thinking in terms of wholesaler or retailer. And then our partners, our pantry partners, are those frontline, kind of like a little grocery store where folks can come and actually get the food. So people don't come into a food bank typically for food. They go to a food pantry. And a lot of folks use those terms interchangeably, but they are 2 different things. And the food pantry really hands the food to folks who need it. Well, Cass, welcome to our volunteer center where you see our volunteers hard at work. They make our work so much better by being here and do great things here. Every day we have shifts back here, so welcome to the buzz here.
There is a lot going on,
Yes.
that is for sure. And we are in the holiday season, and I know you have your Hunger Free Holidays campaign coming up. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, it kicks off the Sunday before Thanksgiving and it ends at the end of December. And we have our Giving Tuesday, which happens to be December 2nd this year, which is our largest day of fundraising overall. And in just that one day last year, we raised over $400,000. And so those donations are matched by really wonderful donors who are engaged in our work. And so every dollar turns into 2. And so there's, a lot more you can learn at hungerfreeholidays.org. And it's a great campaign, and we welcome folks to our cause.
Tammy, thank you so much for having us today and for all of the great work that you and your team are doing to help Iowans in need.
Well, thank you.
This is your opportunity to learn more about how to donate, about how to volunteer, and how to support the Food Bank of Iowa. Visit foodbankiowa.org.